Hey guys, this is Kairos doing a quick Warwick tutorial. I'm going to go over runes and masteries and then the first clear. So here is my Warwick page. So go with PTA, Triumph, usually Alacrity, but if they do have crowd control, I'll switch that over to Tenacity. If they have 3 or 4 champs that have CC, I take Celerity and Water Walking every time. Just synergizes really well with your W, and so you get a lot of movement speed off that. And then I take the attack speed runes, and then armor. I'll take MR on this if it's like a full MR team, but usually I'll take the armor on that. So we'll get into it, and I'll go over the first clear that I generally take about 80% of the time. There's a few nuances because Warwick is a champion that can start on buffs solo, so you don't need a leash, and you can clear really healthily. And so I'll go over the situations where you might start on buff alone, so that you'll have an idea of when you should do that, and kind of when it'll give you an advantage in the early game. So starting off, just your normal starter items go Rejuve Bead, so you can build a faster Tiamat. And then we will just assume that we're going to do a red start on this. Um, and so the way that you determine which side of the map you're going to start on is based on just the lane that you want to gank at level 3. Your ganks are really strong at level 3, and so you can start on the side opposite of where you want to gank. So we'll just, while we're waiting for this to start, you always start Q, and what you want to do is when you're starting the camp, you always want to take an auto or two before you use your Q, so that you're healing for the full effect. Because if you just Q straight away, you'll be overhealing from the top of your health bar. So auto, and then you let it auto you one more time, and then you Q. So that is how you stay healthy. And notice how I'm dragging this up to the top, to where I want to path to. So I'm going to do red, and this will execute once it's at 200, but 250 wasn't quite enough. So I do all the single target camps. So if we did any AoE camps, we'd be really unhealthy. So we want to stay on the single target. Always take this blast cone. It's just a little small optimization, a little bit faster. And one big thing for Warwick is that you don't want to cancel your Q. So, like, if you're throwing an auto, don't use your Q then. Wait until the Q has already gone through before you use it, like that. Because if you are about to auto attack and then you Q, I'll show you here real quick, it cancels the auto attack and you're losing damage. So I'm autoing attack, it canceled the auto attack there and went with the Q instead. And so you want to make sure you're not doing that. So auto, and then Q, and it's almost like a auto attack reset. So don't do it like this, where you're autoing, because it'll cancel. So once you clear all 3 of these, you can come up here, and you'll have level 3, 245, and that was even slow because we weren't doing the camps as quickly as possible. And you could look for a gank in the top side. You could look for a gank on the mid lane, or if you think that they're full clearing their bottom side, you could invade here. If you have priority in your top lane or mid lane, you can invade here and just sit and wait and see if they've taken this. And if they haven't, you can pull it in here, put that ward in to spot them all the way out to here. Because if you don't have that ward, then you won't have very good vision over here. And you can take this buff if it's up, and then start the scuttle. So that is my first clear on Warwick. Yeah, hope that this is helpful for you.